Yo, what up, everybody? So, what were we talking about? About shorts, right?
We were talking about shorts, about what we wanted to put out as far as for your content for your channel,
Right.
as Minds, and we came up with marvelous word of the day,
All right.
and you brought up two words.
So, some of the words that people are asking are, of course, the word Chicano, right?
Yeah, Chicano. But
So-
that second one, that's the one where you got me. That's the
Okay.
one where like,
So, feelings.
yeah,
Feelings, right?
feelings. The word feelings. You made me look up the word feelings because what was it that you said? You said.
So, I asked you, what are feelings to our people, right? What are feelings? What do people ask you,
And
like,
I answered emotions.
emotions, right?
Yeah.
So, is that still giving people an answer? What's your emotions then?
Okay, then that's where I got dumbstruck, and then you asked me to look it up and
Right.
read you the definition.
So let's look up feelings, right?
Yeah.
What does Google say that your feelings are?
Alright, let me look it up really
Since a
quick
lot of
here.
people don't know, and this is important because we're gonna see what feelings are, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna post up shorts on YouTube, and it has to do with certain words people are asking about. So this is gonna be part of the show too. So one of the words that people are asking about was about frequency or electromagnetic frequency, or what do I mean when I talk about feelings or stuff like that, and what does that have to do with yourself today, right?
Right.
So feelings. Let's see what feeling. What does feelings say, or the definition of feelings?
All right, so I found that feelings. One definition is an emotional state or reaction.
An emotional state or reaction, right?
Right.
So what's an emotional state then?
An emotional state, a state of being,
A state of being, and a reaction to what?
a reaction to whatever is happening directly towards you.
Right. So feelings, right? It's gonna go back to the same word. What you're gonna do is you're gonna keep on going back to a word. Feelings. What are feelings? Feelings are emotions. What is emotions? Emotions are my feelings being hurt.
Yeah.
What are your feelings being hurt? Well, that's because I'm in my emotions. Like, you know what I mean? You're always gonna go back to the same damn thing. Like,
It's a circle.
it's a circle, right?
It's a circle.
so you're never gonna get no definite answer
Yeah.
or factual definition of what that word means or what
Yeah.
these things really are, right?
You're right. Well, let me read you the other definition. Number 2.
All right, number 2.
A belief, especially a vague or irrational one.
Okay, let's break that down then. A belief, right?
Yeah.
A belief. What's a belief? Is it something that's physically there that you can see?
No.
No. So it's something anybody can believe in anything, right? You
Right.
could believe in the fucking tooth fairy.
Yeah.
You could believe in, whatever, God.
Yeah.
You could believe in
Santa Claus.
Claus, right?
Right.
So a belief or what?
Or especially a vague or irrational one.
Or especially a vague. Look at these terms, words that they're using, right? A vague.
It's
What's vague?
It's like it's there but not really.
It's there, but it's not really there, right?
Yeah.
So we still don't know what the fuck feelings are.
Okay. Well,
like-
there's three. There's
Okay,
two more. There's
go
two
for
more.
it. Let's go. I'm gonna break
The
all
other
these
one,
down.
the capacity to experience the sense of touch.
Okay,
That's a
I mean,
feeling. I guess that's a physical
right.
feeling.
I guess so. Now they're getting into a little bit of physical. So feelings are what again?
The capacity to experience the sense of touch.
Okay, to experience a sense of
Like-
touch. So if you touch something soft, it's gonna make you feel some type of way. If you feel something pointy, it's gonna kind of like make you feel kind of like, no, don't poke me, or
Yeah.
the needle or whatever, right? What's the other one?
Last one's gonna be a sensitive to or intuitive understanding of.
Okay, so a sensitive or intuitive, meaning an intuition, right? It makes you feel some type of way, but still, that's not a definite answer. That's not something that's you can physically touch, see, or know that it's there, like it's a factual thing, right?
Yeah.
So now let's get off of these definitions and let's ask you just a personal note. What are your parents, or what were you raised to know feelings are?
I wasn't.
Nobody taught you about feelings.
And as a child, I don't think that came up a lot.
Okay,
Feelings,
so if
I
it
think-
didn't come up,
I mean, the only time was like, don't cry.
okay,
That's it.
so crying will be a type of feeling, right?
Yeah, I would think that's an emotional feeling.
Okay, so out of your own understanding, then, what would the definition, or what would your understanding be on what feelings are?
I mean, at this point in my life, what I would think.
Right.
Shit. I want to say feelings. What that means to me. I don't know. I think for me, I would see it more as in a spiritual sense.
A spiritual sense.
In a spiritual
So
sense.
still, it's something not physically there,
Not
right?
physical, no. Not for
Okay.
me. I can't find it to be physical in a sense, but yeah, I can.
Okay, so let's break this down on a scientific point of view, right?
Yeah.
So, feelings are something that is affecting your aura, or what is physically there is your electromagnetic field, or your electromagnetic energy that's coming from your pineal gland.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody in the world, if they know or they don't know, is generating a electromagnetic frequency.
All right.
That frequency, it's located on the bottom stem of your brain, and it's called your pineal gland, right?
Right.
So every day, all day, and you can look this up for me while we're talking, right?
Yeah.
It's called pineal gland and you can put brain if you want. Okay, so every day, all day, your brain is generating electromagnetic current that is going down because it's connected to your 33 vertebrae. It's called your spinal cord. Okay, so every day, all day, you got small, if not big, spurts of energy going down your spine. Okay.
All right. So I got the one from Wikipedia.
Okay.
Did you want to go with that one?
Well, you could put up an image.
Oh, the image.
Right.
Okay.
Or you could you know what, you could just read the definition of pineal gland or whatever it states
Okay,
right
well,
there.
with okay, I'll say right now what it states. It's a pretty long statement.
Go for it.
The pineal gland, conorium, or epiphysis
Cerebrium.
cerebri, is a small and endocrine gland in the brain
Mm-hmm.
of most vertebrates. The pineal gland produces melatonin, a serotonin derived hormone which modulates sleep patterns in both circadian and seasonal cycles.
So these you can stop right there because I know it's pretty long.
Yeah.
So these hormones that are being generated through your pineal gland are giving you essentially good feelings, or they're making you have anxiety. They could make you have depression. They could give you excitement. They could generate all kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
So all day, the whole point of this is, right, an electrical current is being broadcasted or shot down your 33 vertebrae, or also known as your spinal cord. Okay?
Yeah.
Which also is connected to spirituality, your chakras, your 7 chakras, right?
Yeah.
So if you look up chakras real quick, you can look them up real quick because we're gonna break this down.
Now you said the number 33 twice. Does that mean something?
We'll get to that point.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Chakra. What does
So chakras, there's certain points of chakras that, and go for it. You gonna pull them up?
I have one that says what does chakra mean spiritually? Would that
Okay,
be
so
it?
let's just point out the 7 definitions of the chakras that. Let me see.
Okay.
You see them? There's a lower chakra. There's a.
Is these guys right here?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you got the.
Is that all of them? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so go ahead.
All right, so you got the crown chakra,
Right.
the third eye chakra,
Right.
the throat chakra,
Right.
the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the
Right.
sacral chakra, and the root chakra.
Okay, right. So the root chakra will essentially come from your gut, right? So all this stuff, all these frequencies being emitted to you, are causing this electrical current to go and hit all those different points of your chakras,
All right.
giving you each is generating or resonating a certain frequency to you, okay, or gonna make you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
So the correct definition and term for feelings would be the physical manifestation of the frequency that's being admitted to you, should be the correct term.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because you said, there's that old saying that always trust your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Would that have any relations with what you just said? Because you said like the root is kind of like in your.
Right.
in your
So
stomach.
that's why, like, to give you an example, our a language in the indigenous cultura, our culture, right,
Yeah.
was called a guttural language, or guttural natwa, right? And it was a guttural words that we sounded out when we sung our songs or whatever. They give us the most power, or they admit the most frequency to someone else.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, to give people, because they don't speak natwa.
Yeah.
We'll talk about martial arts then, right?
Okay.
So you see in martial arts movies, and they go like Kia, but they resonate that frequency from their gut, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to
Oh
yell
yeah,
from your
yeah,
gut.
yeah.
So when they do that, why they do that, and they call it chi, your chi, right? When you do that and you hit somebody and you go, yeah, and you yell that out, you're really using 10 times as more power than you would if you didn't yell.
So that's chi. That's when somebody says chi.
Yes.
They're moving that energy.
They're moving that energy, and like when you push the button and you're playing a fucking video game, and you know you have to push that button real fast to get more power.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Oh.
You're generating that energy, and it's coming up from your gut, from your lower chakra, all the way up to the top, and finally boosting that shit out. And now you have more power, whether you're thinking something or you're saying something. Okay, so remember the definition. Okay, let's not get lost and sidetracked. So the definition of feelings are the physical manifestation of the frequency that's being emitted to you. So what does that mean? That means, oh, go for it, bro.
No, go.
Okay, so that means that whatever energy that I'm putting out from my energy source, which is my pineal gland, is what you're gonna feel. Okay, whether I'm saying a word to you or whether I'm just like have bad thoughts toward you, your pineal gland, third eye, is gonna pick up like in a telepathy sense. Gonna pick up what I'm feeling towards you. So if you come to my pad and I have some sort of aggravation towards you, or I have bad intentions towards you, you're gonna feel that.
Now is this what when people say? Because I hear this a lot. People say they're empath. Mm-hmm. Is that something that actually everybody is an empath?
Not everybody has that because your chakras aren't you haven't reached your highest potential of opening or cleansing your body out. Your body cannot be polluted for you to be you have to be like pure, bro. You have to be. That's why they call it fully enlightened. When you're enlightened, your body have to be not. You have to have no toxins in your body to be fully enlightened. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But everything counts. The food that you're eating or consuming, that is gonna make you have feel some type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also the feelings or the other people's pineal glands that are generating energy towards you as well. So if you're in an unhealthy relationship, if maybe you're having a bad day at work, maybe somebody said something that aggravated you, or maybe you have some trauma that you haven't yet come to terms with or you're in denial about, that's going to have an effect on you on how you conduct yourself or how your day is going to go. So the best thing to do is to start to clean out or detox our chakras or our body, point blank, period.
Yeah.
Okay, so feelings. Let's go back to feelings, right? Because I'm going to go off into another subject. So feelings are the physical manifestation of the frequency that's being emitted to you. Okay? That's what the correct definition would be. Okay?
But I mean, I know you want to move back, but circling back to what you said. So we're all broadcasting
energy.
These things to each other, and a lot of some of us who are more, what you would say, more pure, more clean, are better at sensing it or absorbing it.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Some people are more enlightened or in touch with their chakras than other people, or just it's all on your spirit too.
Now, is this a double-edged sword? Because I gotta assume that if you could pick them up more easier. Mm-hmm. Could you also absorb them and take them into you and at the same time correct yourself? Definitely. So how would you go about not absorbing it, but knowing that it's there?
Knowing that it's there?
No, you know it, but you don't let it consume you. You don't let it take over you or change your own frequency, so to say.
So the best thing for anybody to do would be to remove themselves from it. You could know that it's there, but if you know that it's there and you're still surrounding yourself with that energy, because it is energy, this isn't something that I'm going to touch you, this is something it goes into a spiritual form now, but it's still physically there, it's still physically proven to be that's what I just gave you the definition of, that's real, something that's really happening. So if you're going to still stay in that toxic relationship, if you're still going to choose to sleep with that toxic person, or if you're still going to go to work with those toxic people that are always talking toxic or dirty things or whatever, or manifesting, you're going to manifest that into your reality, bro. And eventually that's going to consume you, no matter how strong you think you are. So the best thing for you to do is to just remove yourself completely from it.
So there's pretty much when people say, I got bad vibes here, I gotta go. Mm-hmm. That's what you got. That's what somebody should do.
Right.
And then if they find themselves in a situation where they're just getting these bad vibes,
Right.
you just want to like walk away from it.
Right. And you should. You should
Yeah.
remove yourself from it.
Okay.
Okay. So I like to give people examples, right? Like I was telling you earlier, a man that I studied under is Dr. Imoto Emir from Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he teaches all about this manifestation of frequency that's being emitted to you. So examples that I like to use is organic examples. So your body's an organic form, right?
Yeah.
Melanated people, or we'll just say indigenous people, brown and black, there's no difference between that. But the amount of melanin that your body's containing, right? Through the phenol of the woman, of the mother. Okay? So, the frequency that's being emitted to you is going to have a direct effect on what you're going to manifest in your life. Okay? If you're listening to a song and it has bad words, or it gets you pumped up to go gangbang, or a dirty song that gets you pumped up to go have sex with some random person, that's the frequency that's being emitted to you, and you're going to act on that, depending on how weak you are.
Yeah.
Okay? So, what I like to give people is an example of something organic. So, you could get, I say wild rice is a good example, right?
Okay.
Wild rice is organic rice. Most of the rice that people are consuming these days is not real.
The bleach white rice,
It's
right?
Yeah, it's fake, right? So I always suggest to get a mason jar, 3 mason jars, and fill them halfway with organic wild rice. Okay, and each day, every day, for about 3 weeks to maybe a month or whatever, in or around, emit frequency to that rice, and you could do it physically by physically saying something or uttering words, or you can do it by just holding hands and just thinking that positive energy or bad energy.
Yeah.
So the first wild rice, and these are going to be examples of people, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's organic, like we are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first mason jar, what you're going to do is you're going to emit a frequency. So we'll just say that we're going to say a word, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we're going to say, and you could use multiple words. You could use the word love. I say, I love you. You could say, I hope you have a great day. I wish nothing but the best for you. And really try and mean it. You know what I mean? So after you're done with that, go put that jar away. Go put it somewhere where it's not going to hear anything else.
But just to clarify.
Go ahead.
We don't have all 3 jars out at the same time, right? We're gonna take
no,
one out.
you only
separately.
one out at a time.
One
separately,
at a time.
right?
One at a time separately.
Okay. So the second jar,
Mm-hmm.
this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna say bad things to this jar. You're gonna say, "F you," or you say the most horrible things to it. I wish you were dead, or anything, and try and really mean it, right?
Me.
Right? It sounds funny, right?
Yeah.
But so you're gonna say nothing but bad shit to it,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna go put that jar away. Okay. And the third one, and this is what people have a hard time understanding, is the most important one. Okay. The third one, what are you gonna do to that jar of rice? You're gonna ignore it.
Oh.
You're not gonna say nothing to it.
Oh wow.
You're gonna look at it, maybe put it away, whatever. Okay. In a month's time, what are gonna be the results? So let's bring the good one, and I wish that we had a time lapse that I could just show you this.
Yeah.
But if anybody wants to look it up on YouTube, they could, you know. So the first jar, what's it gonna look like? You said
that's the positive one.
that's
right?
the positive one, right?
I would assume that one looks normal.
Normal, right? It's gonna
yeah.
it's gonna look just the same.
Yeah.
Okay, the second one.
The second one, I mean, you could, assuming that it does get affected, I gotta say it looks a little maybe molded or maybe more broken down.
Right, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the third one and the most important one, what's that gonna look like?
It's gonna sound weird, but I gotta assume it's gonna turn out just like the first one.
Like the first one, just as good, right?
Yeah.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are representations of people. They're organic matter, just like yourself, right? So what happens to you when you're loved? Maybe by your family, you're in a relationship, maybe you're even from a neighborhood. You know, what type of feelings do you get on being surrounded by people
I feel good.
that love you, right?
Uplifted.
You're uplifted, you feel
confident.
good, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, what happens when you're a representation of the second jar. What happens when you're treated bad?
I would say sad, depressed.
Sad, broken down, depressed, anxiety,
low confidence,
low self-esteem, all that, right?
Yeah.
So that jar of rice is going to start to mold and decay.
Yeah.
Okay? The third one and the most important one, and this is the one that people always almost get wrong all the time. What's going to happen to the third jar?
Again, just like the first one, nothing's
gonna happen to it?
I got nothing. So
It's going to be just as bad as the second one.
really,
Why is that? So, rice being an organic matter, when you plant rice, you plant it together in spurts of grass,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's with it, essentially it's family.
Yeah.
If I remove you from your family and you're alone by yourself, how are you gonna feel?
Lost.
Lost. You're gonna have self doubt. You're gonna have depression.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have anxiety. You're gonna have a low self esteem.
Yeah.
You're gonna start to make your own self decay without even somebody even telling you, because you're gonna feel that doubt within yourself.
Yeah.
And you're gonna generate that frequency within your own pineal gland that's gonna send that electrical magnetic frequency down your 33 vertebrae, essentially killing yourself a little bit each day.
Damn. That's crazy. So that would be for us humans. Now, I mean, I gotta assume people out there are gonna ask, why the wild rice reacts that way? Because it's organic.
Right.
And then, so does that mean like we're all organic?
So we're organic. We're carbon. Melanated people are carbon based, right? We're essentially like made from carbon from the earth.
Yeah.
Right. That's why the sun is made. The sun is made out of the same thing. It's carbon based.
Yeah.
The sun actually gives us energy.
Yeah.
It gives us a thing
Just
called
like the plants.
just like the plants, photosynthesis, right? There's some people that it doesn't. It actually curses them. You know, it causes boils and skin cancer and stuff like that.
That's always something that nobody really talks about.
Nobody understands
like,
that.
Like
but I want to get into that,
Yeah.
but we're not going to get into that right here with this
Alright,
part, because
alright.
then we'll just go off into a whole
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
subject, right? Okay, so I give people another example for those that are in relationships or whatever. If you're going to use words or not, and we're just going to take the saying that we're going to use words. We'll just
Yeah.
say for an example, right? You're in a relationship and you're with your girl, and if you were to take two of her blood cells out right here, you put them under a microscope, you have one here and one here, and you say nothing but good things to this blood cell right here. You say, hey, beautiful, I love you. And you put it under a microscope, you're going to see the most intricate, beautiful design, bro.
Really?
It looks pretty. No, and each word, it's separate. It creates a different design. Like the word love doesn't make the same design that the joy would make or hope would make. They're all different intricate designs, but they are designs that are beautiful, bro.
And there's something we could see on
There's
YouTube?
something you could see. You could look at it. You could look at it on YouTube. You could Google it. You could look at it on Pinterest, whatever. Okay, so if anybody wants to look at that, they can look at it.
I didn't even know that could happen. I just
Right.
assumed they're just like these circles with like some another little circle inside.
Right. So the bad one, right? The bad one, if you say the B word or you call her whatever,
Yeah.
like something derogatory
Yeah.
or whatever, if you put that under a microscope now after you said that, what's going to happen to that blood cell is you're going to see cracks. You're going to see distortion in that blood cell. You're going to see it broken apart. Some pieces scattered over here. Some parts of the blood are going to look blacker than the other part or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the lower frequencies, okay, that are being emitted to her.
Yeah.
So imagine each of those blood cells, now that you've manifested change, because that's what you have done through the frequency that's being emitted to her, now all those blood cells in her body are going in throughout her body, bro. And now that's what feelings are. Feelings are the physical manifestation of the frequency that's being emitted to you.
Oh shit. That's a fucking trick, dude.
Crazy, bro. So that's feelings. I mean, we could go more into it,
in
but
the physical sense, not in the belief,
in the physical
not in
sense.
the vague.
So feelings aren't something that's just spiritual. Feelings aren't something whatever. Feelings is physical. Feelings is essentially the physical manifestation of the frequency that's being emitted to you.
Now, it is interesting because it's going into a dark subject, like I don't know, I'm gonna say, but like witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've heard that witchcraft is mostly based on somebody sending really dark energy to affect you.
Right.
Now you say that feelings is physical,
Right.
and it gets affected by energy.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that something that they know? Something they know that we don't know? How to actually direct bad energy to somebody by using something of theirs, some like hair or clothing. Is that the connection? How they use? They know something we don't know to use your things.
So who's they?
Like a witch.
Okay. Yes, but then we're getting into another subject.
Oh,
we're gonna get off of feelings, and we're
that's
gonna go
true.
into
That's true.
okay.
Well,
so let's
we'll
just
go
keep
back
it.
to, we'll
Right.
keep that another for another
So we'll
one.
just keep this one on feelings, right?
Feelings, yeah.
All right.